Alabama making this their homecoming. Of course, some Sooners talked about it because they were asked a question about it. And we had some publications from Alabama trying to twist a little bit of it. So thought it was interesting. There was one that was made. Gentry Williams spoke out. And the Crimson coverage, they basically repurposed it, aggregated it. And not going to lie, even Alabama fans roasted him. I'm going to show you what he said, let you hear it. Plus, Ryan Grubb talked about the allegations of Brent Venables stealing signs. We put out a little short on it, and BV even addressed it a little bit, but kind of want to talk about that as well. So let's dive into that. Before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. They got pulling up to the channel. This video is powered by our partners at Sleeper. If you haven't checked them out for daily fantasy ball, you're really missing out. Use our promo code UNFAIR. They're going to match your first deposit at 100% up to $100. And they'll give you $20 just for showing up. All right. So first off, Ryan Grubb talked about Oklahoma going into this game, and he gave some simple thoughts about it, because someone from Alabama's media, which again, this is kind of where the beef and quote unquote stuff is coming from, because they keep asking these interesting questions. So let me play what the question was and what Grubb's response was first.
Coach, a couple weeks ago, Lane Kiffin suggested that Oklahoma might be good at stealing signs or gathering information. Is that something that you guys have talked about this week, and will y'all maybe change signs up, or maybe approach the offensive play calling a little differently, the process of the offensive play calling a little differently?
For sure, on all fronts. They're good at that, number one, and number two, we'll be changing everything. So if Coach Venables is listening, just know they're all changing. But they do everything within the parameters of the game, though, and they're nothing illegal about what they do. They're good at what they do, so certainly have to take that into consideration.
I'll say that wasn't that big of a deal, right? And Ryan Grubb's spot on. My favorite part about what Grubb said was nothing that Oklahoma has done has been illegal or outside the rules. So, in a way, he's basically saying, okay, they do a good job of being prepared, and they do what they're supposed to do in order to, win games. But they're not doing anything illegal. I mean, the whole Lane Kiffin thing is weird, and how all of this is, turned into something that it shouldn't be. But here we are. We're talking about it now as if it's some sort of a big deal. And it kind of annoys me. It's like, Grubb kind of, like, we're going to change our signs. You got headsets on, and he knows that, so I don't mind Grubb playing into it. I think it's bothersome to me, though, that the local media feels a need to make that into something that it probably isn't. Now, probably was a tongue-in-cheek joke from even the reporter asking the question, but here we are talking about this as if it's something that needs to be really talked about. But I think that this next thing, though, that bothered me is the attempt at trying to create bulletin board material. Because if we're being honest here, Oklahoma has made Alabama's homecoming. That in itself is bulletin board material, mainly because you usually do that to teams that you're going to go out there and beat. And in this circumstance, Alabama really wants this game bad because of what happened last year, of how things turned out. And so they want their revenge. So I'm guessing they're going to get up for this game specifically and make this their focal point. But more bulletin board material probably isn't needed. Let me show you what they said. First, shout out to our partners over there at Sleeper. If you have not checked them out for daily fantasy ball, you are 100% missing out. And the best part about Sleeper is they're more than just, season-long fantasy. That daily fantasy portion is huge. They give you live stats. They give you all kinds of stuff inside of the app. Plus, they're going to hook you up, give you $20 just for signing up. All you got to do is use our promo code UNFAIR, plus match the deposit at 100% up to $100. And so you can get the real-time stats. You can keep up with your players. They even have a chat portion of it where you can just, talk about big plays and stuff with everybody else. So download their app, use our promo code UNFAIR, and they're going to give you $20 just for signing up. Plus, match your first deposit at 100% up to $100. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Let's jump right into this of what... So here's the graph. Here's basically the tweet. So this is what it was at. Crimson coverage put out there. Oklahoma's Gentry Williams was asked about Alabama's receiver corps on Monday. And this is what Gentry said. I'm going to play you the whole video so you can hear it. And y'all tell me what you think.
No, Bernard, the receiver. I think he's up there with the best of them. He's put on a great show this season, but I think all the receivers have done well. Ryan Williams, obviously we all know about him. I think the transfer they got, Fortin, has done a really good job in their offense. And then the slots, I think they're pretty deep. Everything they do, and they've done a good job of getting them guys the ball, because if you look at it, they don't really have like a top leader. They spread the ball out really well, and that's good for them.
So that's what he said, and he wasn't wrong. And I think what made it the funniest is that the actual Alabama fans jumped into the comment section, and they're like, yeah, he's kind of right. That's kind of true. Alabama spreads the ball around to their wide receivers. And like I said, I get that the goal is to get some sort of quote unquote bulletin board material and really get these guys just ramped up, but they don't really need it. Alabama has a chance to be a playoff team, and that's going to be the most important thing for them right now. But looking at this is their stats. 41 catches for 605 yards. This is for Jeremy Bernard. Ryan Williams, 36 for 528. They got a tight end at 224, 261. Isaiah Horton, 24, 294. And then Brooks, the young receiver, 20 catches for 322. Legitimately spreading the ball around. And that was really what Gentry Williams' point was right here in this post, was in his comments, is that, yes, they're dangerous because they got multiple dudes to kick your butt. They don't have one guy that just dominates you. Of course, Bernard is their leading in statistics, but he's only, 5 catches more than Ryan Williams? And Ryan Williams missed some games. So I think it's just funny that the aggregators out there, and me and Colin talked about this on the show last night, that this is the direction they're going. This is what they're going after. Why are we doing this? Why are we trying to create something out of thin air when you really do not need to? Because you've kind of got all the motivation you need from, the fact that y'all are Alabama and you're a really good team. But they feel like they've got to, create that energy. But the good thing, though, here for Oklahoma is they've been on the road. 2 road games in the SEC already this season. 3 true road games overall. Put out some dubs. Night mode there in Knoxville, which was awesome. Another line, Neyland Stadium. I'm going to keep praising. It was great. I've been to Bryant-Denny before. It's a dope stadium, 100,000 fans. I've been looking at tickets, though. The prices is really dropping, and I'm a little bit concerned. Like, it's kind of weird. It feels like Alabama fans are like, I don't want to go to this game, and I don't know why. Makes me wonder. But outside of that, because they're not really selling them for profit. These prices are getting low. But we also did, Temple game, that don't really count. But South Carolina as well, in which they've kind of fallen off the train. But we're ready for a road game. And it's going to be a midday game too. So I'm 100% here for it. And I think it's going to be a big one. And this is going to be all on John Mateer showing up, showing out, and being the quarterback we need in order to win this game. Like, I need him to go out there now, do what Diego Pavia did, while also not turning the ball over. And I think Oklahoma has a good chance, the way our defense is played, we can get a lot of pressure on them. Now, I know a lot of the concern right now is that R. Mason Thomas is most likely not going to play because he hurt himself against Tennessee. Jaden Jackson was added to the list. We'll take a gander at that this evening whenever that drops. Of course, we'll have a video that goes out. I'll put one out right afterwards because I'm kind of curious to see if there's any downgrades or upgrades. So we'll make sure to have that out there for you all. Let me know what you think. Hop in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. How y'all feeling about this game? What you think is going to happen? Definitely want to hear from you all. Shout out to our partners over there at Sleeper. If you haven't checked them out for Daily Fantasy Ball, again, you are missing out. Use our promo code UNFAIR. They're going to give you 100% bonus match up to $100, and he'll give you $20 just for signing up. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. We'll chop it up soon.